Has anybody watching, if you have flown any type of Virgin Airlines, be it Virgin American, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Airways, if you've ever flown Virgin, some type of Virgin flight, the Virgin Group flight, give me a V in the comments, okay? Now, it was probably a very long time ago when you did this, because they don't actually, the company itself, Virgin Group, does not necessarily fly those planes. What happened, they sold the rights to the name for their airline to a bunch of different airlines, including Alaska Airlines. Okay, so in 2016, or between 2016 and 2018, Alaska Airlines acquired the name Virgin America, and they agreed to pay the Virgin Group $8 million a year. Hey, Brittany, they agreed to pay the Virgin Group $8 million a year to be able, excuse me, to be able to use the name Virgin America. Okay, now this is in 2018. The contract was to go from 2016 through 2039. But soon you remember Virgin Records? Yeah, it was all the same that guy, I forget his name. It was some rich British guy. He owned all that stuff. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Why would it block a hey boo hey? Like, y'all just be trying to do my bit wrong, okay? Anyway, so they were supposed to pay Virgin America or Virgin Group $8 million a year, but 2 years into the agreement, Alaska Airlines stopped using the name. They weren't using the Virgin America, so they said, "Well, since we're not using it, we're not going to pay you anymore." And Virgin America said, "Girl, you signed a contract through 2039. You better run us our coin." So they went to court. They sued Alaska Airlines, and Alaska Airlines has, they've been battling back and forth over the last few years, till finally, just a couple of weeks ago, the High Court said that Alaska Airlines has to pay Virgin Group $160 million in royalties. Ladies and gentlemen, when you sign a contract, that's why you put it on paper, okay? Because sometimes people are going to change their mind and they're going to be like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you have a contract that says that you're supposed to do this, they're going to have, and they don't do it, that's when you can take them to court, okay? Alaska Airlines made this very long contract, in almost an over 20-year contract, and then tried to get out of it, after 2 years. And you promised to pay them $8 million a year to use that name, okay? Now, you're not using it, fine, but because you paid for usage for all of those years, Virgin Group can't take that name and go lease it to another company. So you're basically trying to hold that name hostage, and you don't want to pay them their money. So the court sided with the Virgin Group and said, Alaska Airlines, you're gonna run Virgin Group $160 million, because you're wrong. You signed that contract, and you have to you have to honor it. Now, keep in mind, when you are suing someone for breach of contract, you cannot sue for specific performance, meaning you cannot sue them to do the action, right? So Virgin American or the Virgin Group, they couldn't say, Alaska Airlines, you have to put our name on your planes. But what they can do is collect that money that they were owed. Okay, so again, a lot of you out here trying to run businesses. If you're gonna have contracts, please have them written out and have an attorney like myself help you. Okay. All right. That was our first story. Let me remove this photo.